you already know that Meghan Markle is crazy, but this story that I'm about to tell you proves Meghan Markle's fans are even crazier than her. And honestly, it's news to me that she had a fan base this militant and brainwashed in the first place. But she was doing an episode of her Netflix show with Love, Meghan, in which Meghan Markle, the queen of hospitality that she is, formulates a homemade bath salt mix for one of her guests. And she shows her viewers how to do it and the ingredients that they can find so they can imitate her at home and make this homemade bath salt. For a bath, not to inhaling it.
Not the drug kind of bath salts.
Yes.
Just a regular bath salt.
For your actual bath.
Yes.
And one fan decided to copy her recipe and ended up getting catastrophic injuries as a result of using it. So now they have sent a threatening legal letter. They are thinking about launching a $10 million lawsuit in response to their chemical burns from using this bath salt.
There's an image of it.
Yeah, you can see here an image of the chemical burns on this fan's legs. A furious Meghan Markle fan has threatened to launch a $10 million lawsuit against her after suffering burns using her homemade bath salt recipe. The name is Robin Patrick. She is seeking major compensation after the bath salts caused significant pain and cosmetic distress. Mm-hmm. They say in this letter that Meghan Markle had a duty of care to provide adequate warnings to viewers that the salts could have an adverse effect on people with diabetes.
Yeah, Joey 6 in the chat says, you guys are giving me flashbacks to the bath salts epidemic for a second. Yeah, I remember that. I myself never partook.
The epidemic of what year?
There was, would have been like 2012, something around that time period. I remember it when it was showing up in like head shops and stuff. So, don't do it, guys. Just say no to all of it all the time, please.
Robin Patrick watched the clip of Meghan Markle making the gift in her With Love Meghan series on X and copied the instructions using ingredients available at home.
Is part of this just that she just doesn't look like somebody who comes up with like that's the issue here is like she hasn't
I thought that this was a cooking show.
She hasn't
found that this was all
niche.
about, crafting like dinner parties and snacks and flour sprinkles and cupcakes and stuff like that. I didn't think she was making recipes for,
like she doesn't look like somebody who makes recipes for anything. She doesn't look like somebody who likes to make recipes for food. She doesn't look like somebody who would like to make recipes for like bath salts. She doesn't have that image. Like, for better or worse, she is an actress. And most of the women who operate in this space were not actresses. They were just like a Rachel Ray or I guess Martha Stewart. And most of them, first of all, Martha Stewart was always older when she really hit stride. And she doesn't look like she would have fun doing any of the stuff that she's doing.
It's not because she's an actress.
People can smell in like a lack of sincerity from a mile away.
No, that's true of Meghan Markle, but it's not because she's an actress that she can't make this show work for her brand. There are plenty of celebrities who have had cooking shows, including Selena Gomez. Her cooking shows have been incredibly successful and didn't receive any of the same backlash.
Okay.
It's just a Meghan Markle personality problem, and that's the conceit of the entire disaster it's been for her. But the recipe features Epsom salt, Himalayan salt, arnica oil, and lavender oil.
I don't even know what Himalayan salt is.
It's the pink stuff. It's pink. Skincare experts warned that the recipe may pose risks. Robin Patrick later tested out the bath salts herself, dissolving the mixture into her bathtub. She soon began to feel immediate discomfort and knew something was wrong. Quote, initially I experienced a mild tingling sensation without discomfort. However, as the water level rose to cover my legs and reached my buttocks, I began to feel burning and significant discomfort in those areas. I immediately exited the tub, stopped the water, and stirred the bathwater with my right hand and arm to assess the mixture. This resulted in additional burning sensations on my hand and arm. After draining the tub, I applied lotion, which provided no relief, followed by lidocaine, which temporarily alleviated the pain. That evening, while showering, I experienced intense burning as water contacted the affected areas, which then developed into ulcers. Then, to date, these burns are still not healed and are quite uncomfortable. Others are sore to touch. Since the incident, I have endured persistent burning, discomfort, and the emergence of new blister-like sores and ulcers daily. These symptoms have disrupted my daily and nightly routines, preventing me from taking showers or wearing clothing over the affected areas. As an individual with an autoimmune condition and compromised immune system, compounded by diabetes-related dry skin on my legs and feet, I am deeply concerned about the risk of infection, sepsis, or other complications. The pain feels as though it is burning from within. So now she has sent a threatening legal letter to Meghan Markle's team saying that they can settle this out of court as long as they reach a financial settlement.
She says $75,000 to cover medical expenses related to treatments for the alleged burns and more. In addition, she's allegedly seeking $10 million from Meghan Markle. That I saw somebody in the chat earlier. That does seem more like a class action lawsuit to me than just a good old-fashioned fly-by-night try and take them for some of their money.
This is $10 million from Meghan Markle herself, from Netflix, and Meghan and Harry's Archwell Productions, who make the show, for their reckless disregard for public safety and to deter similar conduct in the future.
They're going to sue
These
Lemonada
damages
too.
account for emotional distress, potential PTSD, loss of confidence in her appearance, disfigurement, shortened life expectancy, long-term medical care for injuries that may worsen over time.
This is the American dream, ladies and gentlemen.
And
it's not to get a good job, start a family, get the white picket fence. It's to sue a celebrity for tens of millions of dollars and live in the lap of luxury until the day that you die without having to do a single thing. That's the new American dream.
Yeah.
In our litigious society.
Yeah, it's not really comparable to the little grandma that sued McDonald's for burning her with that coffee.
She won a ton of money, though.
A lot of people spread that story around saying that she wasn't justified in her lawsuit, but if you look deeper into it, she was actually like life-threateningly injured by that.
Like the coffee was so hot that it was going to burn through her skin to the bone.
Yeah, there was no way, even if it didn't spill, that you could possibly drink that without killing yourself. I'm not kidding. So they had to change their policy forever after that. They serve you the coffee at like a maximum temperature now.
They're like, deal with it.
No. McDonald's had to change their policy to not serve it hot anymore.
Deal with not hot coffee anymore. And we're never going to have the ice cream.
Like, oh, it's because we serve it to people and then they are already driving to work. So they only start drinking it like an hour later.
Oh, so they're like planning ahead.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, but I think that's why they started breaking the ice cream machine, just as payback to everybody. They're like, oh, you're going to sue us? Well, no McFlurry for you, scumbag.
No ice cream.
No ice cream for you.
Meghan Markle's team actually responded with another letter saying, I'm sorry, lady, you have no case here. You just ignored the warnings that were already on the salt that you bought from the grocery store that say if you have an autoimmune disease, you're not supposed to touch this. So Meghan Markle is going to be just fine. That has no bearing on the other lawsuits that she potentially faces for plagiarism, though.
And most of the time in something like this, I always imagine that it's not about winning the $10 million. No. It's about getting the quick go-away money.
It's about, making a statement.
It's like your own version of the art of the deal. You ask for the $10 million in hopes that they'll give you the $75,000 to just go away.
They'll have you set up for maybe a year.
Yeah, take some time off, develop your own bath bomb recipe.
She was a sheep and wants Meghan Markle to be held accountable for her decision to be a follower. Brain made of potatoes.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm being honest, the first thing I thought of when I read this was like, there's actually somebody who watched like a Meghan Markle video and then went and made their own of anything that she made.
Well, what you're supposed to do is go to her website as ever.
Okay.
And buy from her store so you don't have to make it all yourself.
So what the hell is the guy's version of this? Is there a guy's version of like you you watch somebody and then you're like I don't know if I guess do guys follow cooking shows?
The guy version of what?
Like cooking like looking at a celebrity who's making their own bath salts and then be like, I'm gonna take that recipe and make my own. Like, is there a guy's version of that?
It's just buying weird supplements from Infowars.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's probably right.
Like, what was that one that Alex Jones was selling? It's like Alpha Male, like Turbo Brain or something. Like, whatever. They all have the same name.
There's a 20 there.
I don't see it.
He says, Happy Friday, Optical Overlord and Ghost Empress. For what it's worth, Markle did a nice job on Suits. As we enter the weekend, Empress, there is a rumor that you are planning a coup to take over the Gongo. What say you? Long live PCC.
I mean, I thought I was already like the honorary queen, so I don't really need to stage a coup to take it over. It's already mine.
It's not necessary.
Yeah.
It's not necessary. But thank you for that. And
thank you.
We will have a good weekend. She did do good on Suits. I saw somebody in the chat earlier when I mentioned that she's an actress and said holding a briefcase is not acting. She was not just a briefcase girl.
Yeah.
For what show is that?
Suits.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Or,
not Suits.
No,
you mean it was Deal or No Deal.
Deal or No Deal.
Yeah.
See, that's what I think she should do. She should bring back Deal or No. And you know what she should do? She should bring it back on one of her shows where she's like, she invites somebody there and it's like, we'll cook something together. And then the briefcases all have what they're going to cook. And she's the briefcase girl for every briefcase.
That's a great idea, Brett.
She should do that.
You should get in the boardroom.
I mean, she can't do any worse right now.
I mean, it could definitely get worse. Never say that
losing the lawsuits, maybe.
Never say that she's reached rock bottom because there's always room for more destruction.
And remember, what she should be doing is entering her villain arc, where she should be like, you got a disfiguring burn, skills issue, and then just that's the tweet.
Again, we've proposed this solution before, but she just isn't willing to lean into that villain arc. Although it would repair her reputation in a weird way.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.